I am going to be doing a video on my classic collection because I was just looking up classics to get because I just started a newer classic collection. And when I was looking them up, I realized that a lot of other people had classic collections. And then I realized that I actually do own a lot of freaking classics. They're just not all on one shelf. So for me, I don't even realize how many classics I have. I have like 5 different editions. So let's just get started because I have so many. So first, I'm going to start off with my Penguin classics because these are the most basic. I have Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, which this is a used copy and I haven't read this yet, but I'm really excited to read it just because everyone says that like I'm gonna love this. Like everyone's like, Mariana, this is like gonna be your book. And so I'm like, heck yeah, okay, I'm ready. And we have Withering Heights, which I was actually really scared to read because I've heard from a lot of people that this book was really boring. But then someone told me that this book is actually like really crazy and all the characters are just wild, and I love messiness. Like that's one of my favorite things ever, is just messiness. So I hope that this book gives that. I have Jane Austen's Emma because my favorite movie is Clueless, and recently I found out that Clueless is kind of like an adaptation of Emma, and so I'm actually really excited to see like what Clueless took from this book and like if it actually like is an adaptation of it. And Clueless is like one of my favorite movies, so hopefully like I really love this. Then I have the Phantom of the Opera just because I actually like to have these editions to annotate and to read from because I have a lot of pretty editions, and for some reason I cannot read from my pretty editions. Like they're really, I struggle to read from my pretty editions for some reason. I don't know why. But I have this, the Phantom of the Opera, because I watched it for the first time last month, but I didn't finish it. But I mean, I enjoyed what I watched, and the music, like the theme song for this movie is like bomb. Like it's great. I have Pride and Prejudice, which I've never seen before, but this year I do plan to watch Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. So I think I'm going to watch the original Pride and Prejudice this month, and then Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, or however you call it. And then I have The Picture of Dorian Gray, which is actually one of my favorite classics, so I had to get it. Like I own this classic in like 3 different editions, and this is the one that I actually bought to annotate from. So yeah, I'm already forgetting classics. I'm already forgetting. Next, I'm gonna do my Barnes and Noble classic, which there's only 2. So it is The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which I haven't read yet. I've started it, but I haven't finished it. And then I have the Goldfinch, which I haven't read yet. But this one is thick. Like this one is thick, but this one is thick. So I'm really scared to read this. But okay, so next we have classics that aren't really like special editions that I just own. So I have the Secret History, which is the one that I'm reading from. You can see my tabs, every new chapter, because them chapters is long as hell, boy. I'm only on chapter 4. I've been reading this book for a year now. I love Dark Academia, but it's not that this book is bad or anything. It's just that like I'm not prioritizing this book very well. That's my issue. Okay, so the next book I have is Rebecca, and one of my best friends, Mika from Mika August, I was talking about classics and she was telling me about this book, and she said this is actually one of her favorite classics. She doesn't really like that many classics, so I was like, okay, well this seems like it'll be good then. So I got it, and I actually think it's going to be turned into like a Netflix movie or TV show soon, and like a romance suspense, which sounds really interesting. So I actually can't wait to give this a read. I'll do my Shakespeare books. So I have these Shakespeare books, which are the Folger Shakespeare Library, the updated editions, and these were all actually gifts to me for my birthday. More of Shakespeare. Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet are like one of my favorite Shakespeare plays. I'm currently reading A Midnight Summer's Dream, but I'm really having a hard time getting through it, and I don't know why. I thought that these books would be like the English version and then the like what it says, but these books actually just break down each word in the text, and I need like one is like modern and then one of what it says. So I'm gonna look for other editions of these, but I still want to collect these editions because these are all in rainbows, so they're all really pretty, but I just need one that is like easier for me to read from. Then I have these 2. I have Hamlet and I have Macbeth. These are from East India Publishing Company Premier Classics. And so they have a Dracula one, they have a Treasure Island one. So I really like these, and I hope that they do more in Shakespeare because these are really, really pretty. They're like very minimalistic, like simple, and I just love these. Next, I'll do my paper mill press classics. So I only have two, and that is the Phantom of the Opera. Like, this one is just so pretty, and this is what the back looks like. And then I have Dracula, which I do plan to read in October for the first time ever, so stay tuned for that vlog. But this is the front and this is the back. I'm probably gonna buy a penguin edition of it just because I feel like that'll be easier to read from, but this is just so beautiful. Okay, so then we have my favorites books in my collection, which is the Mina Lima classics, and I have The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney princess. Like, I grew up loving The Little Mermaid, and I'm so excited for Holly from Chloe and Holly's Little Mermaid. Like, I grew up loving Little Mermaid, and finally have a mermaid that like looks like me, that is black, literally makes me happy. And I can't wait for like the books that we get after that, so I can have like a bigger Little Mermaid collection, because right now I only have like 2 Little Mermaid books, and I'm like, please give me more Little Mermaid books. Like, why aren't there more? So this is the front and this is the back, and these are just really cool because they're really just like, this is so pretty. They're just like, they're pop-ups. So they have like little things like this, and you can just like move this around. Whenever I get these new books, my brother like plays with them, and he just like has so much fun. So like there's like things like this. There's like they're like little children pop-up books. Like they're beautiful, you know. Not saying little children pop-up books aren't beautiful, but you know what I mean. And then I have Peter Pan. My Peter Pan collection is really big. I have a lot of Peter Pan books, and I still have more that I need to get. But this is the Mina Lima one, and this is the back, and it's the opening papers, and there should be a map on here, I think. I don't remember. And it's just so pretty. Ow. Oh yeah, these are medical notes for the darling children. So then you open it, and then you open it, and then you open it, and then here is the map of Neverland. So pretty. Like, I love this so much. And then we have a random classic that I don't really know. This is the Little Women 100th Anniversary Edition, and I've never read Little Women, but I need to get this one in my Penguin collection so that I can read it. We're gonna go to like my huger special edition. So I have this edition of Alice in Wonderland. This is Alice Adventures in Wonderland and Other Classic Works. I don't know what the edition name is, but it's from Fall River, and it's just huge. Like, it has like pictures in it. Girl, I am a child. I love picture books, okay? Nothing special under the dust jacket. But I've had this for like ever, like since I started my booktube channel. Like, you can kind of tell from like the top. And then I have the picture of Dorian Gray, an annotated edition, an annotated uncensored edition, and it's so beautiful. And another annotation edition I have is Peter Pan, which is like my favorite thing. I cannot wait till I have children. Well, I can't wait. But I like always think about like in the future when I'm like married and I have kids and I have my own personal library, and in my library I want to have like a reading corner where like all of my kids like can like sit around and I like read them Peter Pan and like a dream. We're gonna go to my Barnes & Noble edition. So first to start off is this Barnes & Noble leather bound edition of The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I hate the green spread edges, but the purple is beautiful. And then And then on to my actual Barnes & Noble classics. So me and my best friend Jake, we both love to read. His channel is Jake Does Books. He's a little absent from his channel. We both have this thing where every time we go to Barnes & Noble, we get a classic together. We don't really keep up on it. We try to. We'll go and be like, oh my gosh, like let's get a classic. Like we try to keep up with it, but it's not like something that we have to do. I have the Little Mermaid, and it has like silver sprayed edges, and it's so pretty, and the back looks like this. And then I have Alice, Avengers, and Wonderland, which is this. And it has Casarico cat, and on the back is a quote. And then I have Grimm's fairy tales because I love Grimm fairy tales. So, which is Mirror, Mirror, Tell Me True, Who's the Fairest, Tell Me Who, which it like looks like a mirror, and I love that. And I have Peter Pan, and this is the back. Here's my other Peter Pan book, and here's the back. It says all children except one grow up, and I just love the end papers. I just love Peter Pan so much. Like I grew up watching it, and it just makes me so happy. And speaking of Peter Pan, here is the rest of my Peter Pan collection. So this one I got from Fake Crate, and it's just like this little book, and it's so tiny, and it's so like, and it's so cute. It's so cute. I need a Peter Pan edition that I can annotate though. And then I have this edition of Peter Pan, which this is the Puffin Classics, I believe. And this one is Children's Classics. I think that's what it's called. It's this is the Everyman's Library Children's Classic. This one I absolutely adore, and it is an illustrated classic, and this is from Canterbury Classics. So this one is just so pretty, and it has blue sprayed edges. Finally, on to the last books of my collection, which are my Everyman's Classics edition, and I only have 3 of these so far. So I have 1984. Covers themselves are like, sometimes they're like okay, but the spines together are just so beautiful. Under the Dust Jacket is just beautiful. So I also have A Brave New World, which I really like the cover for this one. I don't know why. And then the spine and under the Dust Jacket is black. And then I have another edition of Jane Eyre. So this spine is black, and under the Dust Jacket is like this burgundy red. And I just love these Everyman editions. Like I really want to collect these because the spines just look amazing together. Like look at that. That's beautiful. Who wouldn't want that on the shelf? That's it for this video. I have to go put these books away. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.